Hi everyone, it's Julia Yarbo with Keeping It Real Caregiving. Here's a question for you. Have you ever thought about bed sores? Well, if the answer is no, don't worry, you're probably not alone. I'd like to introduce you to a man who says maybe we should be thinking about bed sores, what they are, how they form, and how to prevent them. Why? He's a professional gerontologist, and he believes that his grandmother's demise and ultimate death may have started from bed sores. Here's his story. I met 39-year-old Lieutenant Commander Israel Cross during the 2023 American Society on Aging Conference. When he told me his personal story, I knew I needed to share it with all of you. Cross is a trained gerontologist. He works with the Health Resources and Services Administration. That department serves under the U.S. Surgeon General. Cross says he's sharing his story because he doesn't want other families to go through what he experienced. As a gerontologist, this isn't just work for you, it's personal.
I've been a caregiver for my grandmother and also my mother. It's challenging to be a gerontologist and also be a caregiver. It's one thing to study and another thing to be a caregiver. When it's in your backyard, it's a lot different than reading words and experiencing it and interacting with other care professionals. After my family reached the end of our ability to take care of her, we looked for suitable nursing homes for her to receive proper dementia care. She actually was bounced around a few times. She's been kicked out of a few. Although she has dementia, some of her personality issues, which she's been kicked out for, were because she's developed urinary tract infections. So had those simple kind of things happen, she probably would have been in 3 less nursing homes. In addition to the dementia, she lost the ability to walk, ambulate. She came in walking fine. It was just a dementia issue. She passed from other complications due to dementia and developed 3 stage 4 pressure ulcers and 1 unstageable. And this unfortunately happened during the COVID pandemic. And it's like being a gerontologist, her power of attorney, her grandson, and having that happen on my watch has been, I still hold the weight of that till today. Usually when people talk about pressure sores, they talk about nursing homes only, and there are also hospital-acquired ones. It doesn't take long to develop them, especially if you are frail, and they like to develop on bony prominences. Also your feet, areas that folks typically aren't looking for. If there's moisture, if you haven't been repositioned every 2 hours, these things can pop up anywhere. And when people are institutionalized or in care settings, in acute care settings, they're focused on that main thing that they're admitted for, and yet these totally preventable things like pressure sores come up, and you can develop sepsis, infections. It's very debilitating. My focus is to help people manage their care for their loved one, and kind of push away some of the angst of wondering. I hope they're not just sitting in a bed, not being turned, repositioned, cleaned, bathed, proper nutrition and hygiene. So it's just basic things that I think we're all entitled to, but I've unfortunately witnessed some unfortunate things.
I'd like to thank Lieutenant Commander Cross for sharing his story with all of us. Now, his next steps, he hopes to create an IT-based product that actually helps caregivers, family and professional, know exactly when someone should be turned to hopefully prevent bed sores. To see more of the Keeping It Real Caregiving videos, listen to podcasts, and sign up for our newsletter, visit keepingitrealcaregiving.com. And to sign up for the newsletter, visit keepingitrealcaregiving.substack.com. Thanks so much for supporting Keeping It Real Caregiving. I'm your host, Julia Yarbo, and I'll see you next time.